from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You look at this Steeler defense.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now back to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The Steelers at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Off the bootleg. Osborne.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
8 yard. Up, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, this defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them. Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Hands it off out of the gun.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
Trap 60, trap 60. Stephanie. Go.
Operating from the gun. Osborne.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Fights loose.
And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth and goal. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on fourth and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 17, here's second and 4.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nichols. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
How about that stuff right there? Got into the backfield, spilled him for a loss. An excellent illustration of why they've been so good.
Second and 11. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to...
Third and 5.
He'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Moore, the man in motion. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Here's Freiermuth again.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hunt.
Off the play fake. Osborne.
That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer.
First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
2nd and 13. This is Donnell with a grab. So the completion gets them just a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good. Under the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Osborne.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down. Operating from the gun, Osborne. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Osborne.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Osborne. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Osborne. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
CeeDee Lamb
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
And this is how you answer a touchdown on the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back at 60.
They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Bears have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
70 Lions. Go. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Off play action. Osborne. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half.
And he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hey!
On second down, they'll run it here.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Shut up! Go!
Operating from the gun, Osborne. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now inside the 25, and he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. The 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, hold him down.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Ready!
Throwing to start the drive. Osborne eluding the pressure right.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw. Osborne. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
From the 22 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Osborne.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
Let's go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Here we go, Shaq. Hut, hut.
Operating from the gun, Osborne. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Osborne. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Bears are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Stokes. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
They're going to look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of his scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Let's go now.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Now he's free at the 35.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
145 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where... And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
18 Cardinal. Get it. Purple leading.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
To throw from his end zone, Osborne. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll set up to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. And now here's another interception.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10. On the give, this is Nichols.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So this one